Hey, Nazu here. Today I'm going to do part 8 of what if Deku was a lightning dragon slayer. Even though he has 5 elements now. Okay, so in the last part, he got the water lacrima after helping the lava dragon. And now they go to the internships with, well, to be with true heroes since they have the license to be. Like I said, everyone is still going to agencies, except that I wanted someone to also go to Night Eye's agency. I don't at all remember who I said was going to be with Night Eye, since Tokoyami is with Hawk, um, Kirishima is with Fat Gum, Deku is going with Uraraka and Tsuyu to be with the dragon lady. What was her name? Be right back. Okay, yeah, Ryuko. Because she took interest in him since his quirk is called Dragon, like Thunder Dragon. Now it's more Elemental Dragon instead. So he's going with her as well. I really don't remember who I gave to Night Eye. And I would like to actually give one to Night Eye. For some reason I'm not able to find it, and I don't want to go watch the previous video since it's like an hour and something long. And I kind of need to make the video right now. So I'm going to say that Shoto decided to go with them. Well, no, they accepted Shoto to go with them. So, okay, we go to the day where Kirishima does his patrol. Basically, the same thing happened. At Night Eye's agency, he just accepted Shoto since Shoto basically... He decided to do the same test with Shoto, but Shoto basically just froze everything, even Night Eye, since Night Eye cannot stay in the air if he jumped, so he was kind of caught. After a bit, Night Eye, since Shoto, actually the thing that happened was that he literally doesn't have a sense of humor. So he just directly went for the test. And he also tried to look in Shoto's future and saw something. I'm not saying it right now, but it will come in a bit later in this video. At Ryoko and Deku's, Deku, Ochaku, and Tsuyu's agency, where they do the internship, the same battle happened, but Deku's basically there to stop it himself. Basically, he's moving way too fast for anyone to follow him, and he took them down himself. He's strong, so it's no big deal really. As well as some people asked me, can he transform into a dragon? He did it once, because he has the antibodies that made him not turn into a dragon. But if he pushes Dragon Force to the max of its ability, which he only did once training to see how far he could push it. He became basically like Natsu in the background, partially dragon. He's able to control it pretty well, and if he wants to, he can turn that far, but only with one element. After that, he turns back. And what happens is basically that, let's say Dragon Force increases his strength. Well, let's see. In Fairy Tail, someone that's basically pushing Natsu down easily, he uses only normal Dragon Force and is basically able to push the person down easily. When the person looks like he's at least 4 times stronger than Natsu, that means it would be at least a 10 times boost, I think. Something like that. So when he pushes himself like that, it's a lot further than that. Let's say he boosts himself by about 50. Yeah, I know that's a lot, but he doesn't even need to go that far. Simply because, oh, I don't have enough power with this Dragon Force, I'm adding another element, Dragon Force with 2 elements, which increases his power. Basically, it stacks the multiplier by adding another element, so... Oh, Lightning Dragon Force, I'm 10 times stronger. I add another one, 100 times stronger. What? Yeah, no, not that kind of add up. I'm saying like, oh, I place one, I add another one, I'm boosted by 20 times. Because yeah, if not, he has 5 elements. That makes it 50 times already. So he has 2 choices: turn into a dragon, which makes him almost unable to move afterward, or using Fire Dragon Forces, which makes him almost not able to move for a while afterward anyway. So basically, no matter which one he takes, it does the exact same effect. Except that if he goes only one Dragon Force and turns like that, yes, all of the elements are boosted, since it still boosts everything of his body and power, but like that, he needs to flap his wing to fly. Well, if he uses Sky Dragon Force, he basically just fly naturally. So yeah. So basically the 2 knights happen the exact same, except that Kirishima is a bit... Well, everyone in Class 1A is stronger, since Deku basically pushed them to try and become a lot stronger and a lot better. So Kirishima it was easier for him, as well as his unbreakable state is stronger as well. Not that much stronger, but just kind of a bit stronger. The thing with Deku, Mirio, and Eri happens with Shoto instead of Deku. They leave her be right in that moment still, and they go to talk to Night Eye, and so everyone is gathered. The difference at that moment is that Night Eye basically just looked at Izuku's future, Shoto's future, and Mirio's future. Firstly, he saw himself die, which he thinks, okay, that must happen, and nothing will change that, since He knows Deku can heal, but he doesn't know to what extent. And yeah, a broken. Yes, normally, um, someone like Wendy cannot heal something like that. That would be extremely hard. But remember, she never used that ability at the same time as Dragon Force, and she's nowhere near the strength of Deku. And the stronger she is, the better her healing is, as well as the boost that she can make to people. So, you'll see. Um, he decided to say to Mirio that he's going to lose his quirks. That he's going to get touched by, well, that the anti-quirk bullets, one of them will touch him. He doesn't know when or why he didn't activate his quirk. We all know why. And so Mirio decided that he was going to pass it down and decided to do it to Deku, which Deku refused automatically. Like, no. He Mirio asked then who I cannot keep the quirk. If not, it's going to be lost. Which Deku then said, who here has a lot of power and that we can trust. And both of them basically just looks at Shoto, which he's in a corner and basically just see both of them looking at him. And Night Eye knew that it was going to him, but because he saw it previously, he just didn't want to say it to them. Simply because he thought, okay, maybe it's because I told them to give it to him that they decided to do that. But no, they give it to him anyway. Basically, they go and explain the entire quirk and what's going to happen to Mirio because of Night Eye's quirk. Shoto decides to tell Mirio that he just has to not go or something like that. But Mirio says, no, I have to go. I have to use my quirk to help people. And the little girl we saw, I have to save her. Even if I lose my quirk, I'm still going to be Lemillion. But if One for All is lost, that would be a great loss. And so Mirio gave the quirk to Shoto, basically doing the same thing as what All Might did, taking a hair and telling Shoto to eat it past his quirk. So basically, let's say it takes, well, I think it took more than a day before they left, so it had time to digest. Shoto has it fully. And he can use about 10% because he is strong. So yeah, about 10% because his quirk is augmented. So when they go there, the first thing they say, well, they basically do the exact same thing for a good amount of time. Sun Eater stays to fight against the three guys, one that can eat anything, one that can grab small thing from someone, and one that can make crystals. Kirishima and Fat Gun get separated and sent to the shield guy and Rampa, which basically the exact same thing happens for them. Since Kirishima's hardening is stronger, but like only 20% stronger, so the first hit does the same exact thing. After that, they get separated. Mirio started doing the same thing, since he kind of separated from the start, if I remember. Um, Deku basically helped every hero a lot in that tunnel. Like, with his hearing, he was basically listening to everything that was coming or happening around. And at some point, he heard some villains. Um, he stayed with Aizawa a big part of the time to help him. And when the thing happened with Toga, Deku knew it wasn't her, the guy, since not the same sand. And basically, he kind of knocked her out, so. Wait. Yeah, she escaped, right? Okay, so I think she had escaped. Don't remember for sure. But normally, yes. Twice basically did the exact same thing since. Well, the only difference is that Deku was a lot stronger. And he was just told to follow Aizawa for a while. Unless he says to do something else. So he stayed close to Aizawa. Aizawa told him to basically go to Mirio. And if I remember correctly, when Mirio, when Deku arrived to Mirio, it had already happened, or it was just about to happen. So yeah, he got hit with the bullet. Mirio's lost his quirk, and this time Izuku, being faster, saw everything that happened. And directly after seeing that, he basically arrived behind um, Chisaki, or something like that. Be right back. Look, I'm just going to use his villain name, Overhaul, because I really can't find his normal name. As well as I, for some reason, never remember his villain name as well. For some reason. So yeah, Overhaul basically didn't even see Deku coming. And there's no grand battle continuing, or something like that. He basically got one shot by Deku, putting him down. The other two that were with him were basically then um, electrocuted to the point of being knocked out. And Deku went straight for them. He basically tried to heal um, Mirio, which didn't do anything. It did help for his physical damage. It also passed to Eri, which healed her small damage to her body. Then he grabbed both of them and basically just kind of, with Iron Dragon Slayer, basically just placed an entire hole um, in the walls and run. He arrived outside basically with other heroes. Um, he arrived where Ryuko was and saw the guy that basically fought against Nejire. And he basically just put down Mirio and Eri and basically kicked him in the back of the head, knocking him out. He started healing everyone, and Night Eye didn't get killed when he was sure that he saw himself die in the while looking through Mirio's future. So he didn't get why it didn't happen. And then he saw Deku. And for some reason, he decided to go check his future again. Since everything's happening way too fast. It seems like something is missing. When he looked through Deku's future, what he saw was just. Well, no, what he saw in that moment was actually Ares' power starting to go. Zorg basically opening and basically going straight for Deku. He's told Deku to move out of the way. He heard Eri basically starting to hurt. He went to grab her. Night Eye tried to tell her no, well, him no. And when it started affecting Deku's body and trying to revert him, he just went and used all 5 Dragon Force at once, basically pushing his body further than he ever did. Like, he placed Dragon Force and it was basically fighting against her quirk. Just like when in the anime Deku was using 100% of One For All. The damage that was being made to him was basically countering against her quirk. This time it's not the damage that he's getting, it's the power itself. The power of dragons. It was fighting against her. And for a while, it was basically fighting like that up until Aizawa arrived, erased her quirk, and they asked Deku if he was alright, and he said that it was the first time that he was that exhausted in a while. He doesn't know what her quirk was, since Chisaki did do the speech to Mirio, but he didn't have time to do it to Izuku. So basically, Mirio's on the ground. He was just kind of not sure what to do. He wasn't able to help with Eri right now. Before he was able to protect her, but right now nothing could have been done. Izuku did have something that happened with his body, but he doesn't know what it is right now. There is only one person that knows where this is going to go later, but I didn't explain to him how it's going to work. And he knows not to spoil anything. So, they went to the hospital, basically except Eri that, well, even Eri since she got healed by Deku, just like every other heroes. Toga was helped by Twice to get away, since he made a clone of the magic guy that makes marbles, and they escaped the same way. Everyone was healed by Deku perfectly, so nobody was actually hurt in the hospital, except for Mirio that they don't know what happened with his quirk. So Shoto was kind of sad and told Mirio that if he wanted to, he could take back One For All. All Might was there because basically he heard that Mirio lost his quirk and was scared for One For All and for Mirio. And he entered the room right before Shoto said it. Basically, he didn't even knock and just heard, "I can give you back One For All." And he was a bit relieved for that part and then asked, "So, you gave One For All away before that happened? That's good." Which he smiled and looked back at Shoto and said, "You can keep it. Another hero has to rise." And then All Might saw that Deku wasn't around, and he asked where he was. And Mirio said he went to take something from someone. He told me it was going to be a gift, but I don't know what it is. Shoto is not on the secret, leaves a bit later. And about 4 hours later, Night Eye's in the room with All Might and Mirio. Basically, they're talking, and Izuku arrives with a bag. Well, with his bag and something inside of it. All of them asked where he was, and Deku looked at Night Eye and told him, "This is a secret, but this is the source of my power. Please don't tell it to anyone. I don't want." No. How does he? Basically, I'm just going to say everything that he said. He basically said hi to Night Eye, and Night Eye saw actually the future of Mirio and saw Deku coming with the Lacrima. When Deku was about to ask him if he could leave for a bit, he said, "I know about the stone. Um, I looked in the future, and so what is this?" And Deku then explained, "Well, actually, my power isn't a quirk in reality." Um, then explained about the dragons, what he has, and then looks at Mirio, takes out the lava lacrima, and tells him, "You can be a hero again. This is for having saved one of my master's friend, the lava dragon. He had told me that if at one point I needed the stone, well, the lacrima, I could come and take it, and that if I wanted to give it to anyone, he would trust me. This is for you. You need. People need Lemillion. And people need you, most of all. Your friends. They need you. So take this. It will help you." All Might was kind of shocked at first, because wait, you're giving one of them to him when you could actually take it to have more power? But also was surprised, because Deku basically just went to talk back with a dragon to take a lacrima back for someone else. And he was just thinking, why would you need to save a dragon? Aren't they supposed to be super strong compared to us? And he asked Deku that question. But Deku explained that someone had stole the lacrima from the dragon and then attacked him with the power of the lacrima, which basically makes the person immune to the elements of the lacrima and give them the power to fight against dragons of that element. So the lava dragon could not kill the lava slayer with element. With his element. With physical damage, he would have been able to, but he wasn't able to do that. So yeah. So he basically explained to Mirio that if he wants to take it, then he can become a hero once again. Then they ask how will he explain it, and Deku decides to think about it and just says, "Well, I get I get more elements over time by going to ask some people, right? I'll just say that I found out that one of them has the capacity to give his to share his power with someone if they share blood, and I'll just say that happened. Which Mirio, All Might, and Night Eye all think, yeah, it could be possible. Any types of quirk can exist, so why not? And so they basically acted as if that's what happened. So after a bit, when um, everyone from Class 1A went back to school, everyone asked them how everything was happening. And basically, from that moment all the way to when Deku decided to go grab the things for the candy apple, basically everything happens the exact same. He he does use normally his lightning to go around, but in the moment of the festival, he was just running. He saw Labrov and Gentle Criminal and tried to stop them. For a while, he was basically being hit by the um, well, by Gentle's quirk. They were able to go to escape basically because Gentle decided to try and block Deku completely. He was able to pass after a bit, and they were already in the forest, thinking that they were away from him, but he used his sense of smell to find them. When he arrived to find them, he basically pushed them down. Labrov basically gave Gentle the boost. He tried to fight against Deku, Deku placed him down. Labrov basically did the exact same thing. And after that, basically they decided to do the exact same thing as in the anime for the festival. Without Deku being late because Thunder Dragon. To move a lot faster. So, yeah, basically, Night Eye didn't die. No heroes were hurt too badly thanks to Deku healing them. Mirio lost his quirk, passed one for all to Shoto, and gained the Lava Lacrima. And basically, they told the excuse, and they just thought, okay, yeah, that was really good of the guy. Basically, what Deku said was that a friend of his master actually had a debt to Deku, and he basically asked for that to make sure that Lemillion was still able to fight. Which a lot of people basically bought since All Might and Night Eye basically told that they actually went with him to ask for the question. And so, knowing that All Might said that it was true, everyone believed it automatically. Even in school, his parents, and yeah, so everyone know that Lemillion has a new quirk, basically. And they're really, and Muriel's parents basically were happy for that, and actually asked Muriel to say to Deku thank you from their part, which she did. So, yeah, for the festival, he didn't arrive late, and for the part where Kirishima had to hold the ice to make it fall on everyone, and the moment where Aoyama was kind of sending lasers over everyone, that was basically just Deku flying. Like, some special effects were a lot bigger thanks to Deku. Like, um, with his water, he basically helped make different shape with ice and whatever thanks to Todoroki's quirk. They literally made it snow without Kirishima having to do that much. By Deku sending water in the air and Shoto kind of freezing it slowly, making it snow. And yeah, so basically the entire thing happened the exact same, except for those things. So yeah, now I really want season 5 to come out, because I want to continue this one. I already have a twist for the end of the series. And that's basically one of the first thing I decided to do. So for now, Deku has 5 lacrimas. Mirio has 1, and 2 other heroes, well, trainee heroes, have lacrimas as well. For the 6th dragon left, I'm going to say it outright. The Ice Dragon gave his lacrima to a hero in Canada, and the Earth Dragon gave his lacrima to a hero in Russia. Out of the 4 other dragons, 2 are sleeping, and one of the 2 others just doesn't like human at all, and the last one is looking for a successor to his lacrima, but doesn't know who to give it to. So, hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did. If you have any what if ideas that you would like me to do, you can give it to me in the comment section, or I'm going to place a link to my Discord. So, yeah, Natsu out.